Hello there, welcome back to the Ottomans, where we're currently at war with, France. And currently I've been making a ton of mistakes, which will come back to haunt me in the future. But I'm pretty sure I have complete control of all of the troops right now, as you can see here. 27, 26, 16. Well, close to everyone. Still 20,000 is unaccounted for, but even so, I'm pretty sure I know, well, mostly where they are. And that is, of course, great, because that means that the mercenaries will be highly, well, effective, one could say. So we'll be using these guys basically as, well, hit markers, and apparently I also got a Regis Council just for the heck of it, but they're good at administration of all things, which kind of sucks, but they'll be around for 5 years, so right now I have all reason to continue this war. 5 years of Regis Council where I'm not actually doing anything would be kind of bad. So, continuing this war right now wouldn't actually suck as much as one might imagine. So, Oldenburg don't actually want to get out of this. Can't really blame them. But even so, right now, I'd say that leaving this war would have been the best thing that they could do. I'll be using a fairly, well, old tactic, I guess I should call it, where I will be using my my mercs for the sole purpose of, I don't know how to put it. I'm using them basically as a attack dog. I'll be sending them to, well, that is kind of bad here. I'll be using them as, I know how to put this. I'll be using them basically as, not fodder, but kind of come here and fight me kind of thing. I don't know how that actually sounds, but that's basically the plan behind it. So I'll basically be using them as lure. Bait. That's the word. Finally, I'll be using them as bait while sieging. So hopefully the Frenchies will actually end up attacking the mercenaries and such. I won't actually suffer too much manpower loss. And apparently the infidels has called a crusade against us. They could not handle our might on their own. I wish that is actually what it said, but unfortunately it isn't, so nothing I can do with that. That army is to go and siege, and let's see, how is my output now? It looks fairly well. Shouldn't be causing any unwanted attrition, hopefully. So, there we go. Hopefully now these guys will either run down there, or do something stupid like going off these guys who will be standing in Pyreneo. I have no idea which. So, we'll see how it goes. I have no problem sacrificing a little bit of piety for the purpose of actually getting myself some or sacrificing admin points to get some piety. What the hell am I saying? There we go. I'll also be, as you just saw, create a mercenary unit to have over here to, well, hunt down these smaller stacks. But for now, we'll just continue the war. I do have a running war score here, which, because the goal is to take Modena over here, so I'm pretty much set. We'll see how it goes. So the French actually ended up attacking over here. Of course, they did not get any negative bonuses, and, well, they are currently causing me a ton of grief, but even so, I think that is potentially something that will hurt them quite a lot, because these guys they are doing a shadow retreat inland, and I think that means that I can hunt them down and potentially destroy them. So if that army goes to hell, that means that the Frenchies are done for. That is the truth of the matter. So, yes, there we go. French army destroyed. War has been won, especially if I get this one as well, or get it on same go, more or less. So let's get it before I suffer too much attrition here. And even so, the losses here are simply unbearable. I lost far too many men for such a easy maneuver. But at the very least, now I can actually start sieging. I believe these are actually 4 armies. Yeah, they are. So let's see. That one is, yeah, there we go. I'll leave the most injured here to the heavily armies with the heaviest loss, simply waiting for reinforce more or less, and we'll of course join up these armies now and start hunting down these smaller but annoying armies. So, I believe the war with the Frenchies here are basically done. We'll get 100% war score out of this, so that is of course very much a big benefit. That is not an understatement. So, I guess we'll just continue this, well, little play war here. That is kind of annoying. Now, Austrian Patriots. in Salzburg of all places. I don't even think Austria has a core here. They have a claim. That is all. I guess I'll just go down and destroy those guys before they reset the timer. I believe they can do that. So we'll just aim at destroying this French army here before it actually becomes too annoying. But they are running away now, so it should be fine. I'll keep that mercenary army there, basically because I can afford it, and also because of the fact that I'm very bad at paying attention. So I should probably get another mercenary army down here. And then, since we have the Regents Council, I can also go ahead and do a complete rebuild of most of my armies too. So sacrificing the last of my manpower here is probably not as bad as idea as it can initially sound. So destruction of the French armies is more or less almost complete. We have almost gotten everything we want out of this war. And if we do cripple the French here, really cripple them, I'm pretty sure that everyone else will get on the bandwagon, and most noticeably Austria perhaps. So there's a lot of benefit to actually making or pulling this off. And in this case, things are looking a little bit bad. They do have still a fairly big army there that could potentially inflict a lot of damage very, very quickly. So I'll send those guys to actually back them up. These guys will take a little stop and burn, and yeah, we'll back them up with everything we've got just to make sure that we win this battle and thus make some pretty harsh damage output on the French troops here. So we're all losing quite a lot of troops, but even so, we are definitely the ones we can afford to lose troops. We have the manpower gain suddenly has disappeared again, and I kind of have a feeling that has something to do with the fact that I reloaded the game. Or if it hasn't, it's still quite irritating. So, well, my targets, Armenia are my targets, and they are allied with Georgia. And they are not my target. How are you guys doing? I cannot start any new wars. Well, that is good news. That's actually horrible news, no matter how you look at it. But we'll keep on with the mercenary hiring, and hopefully hiring a ton of mercenaries will make up for everything that we're currently lacking. Let's see, get military access from Milan, and then we'll march these 12,000 mercenaries here to help. The armies of the French are actually still pretty damn big, but we have at least limited them. There's 40,000 troops that they can attack with, and I think we have about the same numbers. We simply have to be a little bit, well, careful while using them. So a lot of mercenaries will have to be deployed here, and I have no idea how well this will actually work out in the end, but hopefully we can pull a victory out of the hat. So I'll just keep on doing what I've been doing so far, which is protecting my armies as well as I can do. Once again, I don't care if a mercenary army loses manpower. It's kind of worse if my troops does. So I should, as often as possible, join up with my armies rather than with the mercenary armies rather than anything else. And that army is not shadow retreating, so hopefully here the goal is to follow it and destroy it. If we destroy that army, I'm pretty sure we have won. So that is the goal. Let's see if let's see if I actually send it to the right province first. There we go. So 24,000 versus 10. How will we do? How will we fare? We won, and now they're actually shadow retreating for, well, proper shadowing retreat, I think I should call it. But yeah, we are doing fairly well. I can still afford more mercenaries. I do have a lot of cash. That's mostly due to the fact that my manpower has been totally squished, more or less. But yeah, I'm very tempted now to just keep on pushing against the Frenchies here, and hopefully get it so that they actually lose quite a bit of their forces. We'll see if we can pull that off or not. Hopefully we can. But once again, it's not something that I would count on. But it's definitely helpful if it happens. And once again here we are kind of in a bad position due to the fact that I don't have as many troops to position as I'd like. This time I will actually go to the right place. So where are you guys going? You're going to Provence. And hopefully this time, or last time, as it might be said. So, let's see if we can actually destroy them this time. I think I should be capable of that. But once again, I think they got, crossing and mountain bonus. So that is going to hurt quite a bit. It's going to hurt too much. We need to retreat. No reason sacrificing more than I have to, as you know. So yeah, we are doing pretty well though. The French are being pushed back, and there's not really that much they can do about it. What I'm kind of worried about is where I am going to find something to get rid of my aggressive expansion, because I will get a ton of it. I'm kind of tempted to just allow the coalition to do whatever it wants at this stage, just to make sure that I can actually make things work out to my advantage. Once again, it's kind of a risky move, but right now, not really that much else I really can do. That French army should retreat fairly soon, and if they do not, then I think I can finally hunt it down and completely destroy it once and for all. There we go. Victory might have been achieved there. Let's see, how many troops do... There's still far too many unaccounted troops. 6,000 Catholic zealots in Styria, 16,000 Austrian patriots. Damn it, I might have to send these guys simply to destroy those patriots, and as such I should probably consider ending this war. We'll see what happens. This might be the second where I actually have to end the war, because we have first of all a call for peace here, which is actually starting to cause me a little bit of trouble. Second of all, there's a 6,000 man force here, and I don't really have any forces that are anywhere nearby. The closest one up here to deal with the goddamn revolts, and, well, that one would definitely, most likely destroy everything that I have. But at least now I know where all their troops are, so that's kind of positive, but even so, not really something I want to keep on going with right now. So we'll be making peace here. We'll be taking everything. We'll not be taking Laborde just yet. We could take an Isaac, we could take Armagnac or something like that to keep it to myself. I'll take both of those actually. And as you can see, that will upset quite a lot of people, but it should be fairly fine. I'll take all your cash. I'll force you to give up calls on both of these. Just because I don't like you. Or let's see, is there anything else that we actually want to do? Release Nation. Release Dauphine? No. Release Genoa? That would be kind of interesting. Release Hainaut? Nope. Toulouse? Not really that interesting, now that I think about it. I think we'll just go for this, force them to give up some courts. That should definitely be kind of painful to them. No, we'll actually go, instead of them losing that call on Bern, we'll actually instead have them hand over Poitou to Auvergne. That should work out just fine as well. It'll cost me a little bit more diplomatic power, but right now that doesn't really matter. The problem now is kind of how big of a coalition will I be facing after this, and second of all, do I have the manpower to actually fight it? That is the two big questions, and how much of my troops now are actually mercenaries? I kind of want to bet on 90% of them. So, let's have a quick head count once they actually get back home, and we'll split the mercenaries from the, well, real troops, I guess I should call them here. And as you can see here, we have, what, 10,000 regulars and 30,000 mercenaries here, or 60,000, and same amount here probably. So yeah, those mercenaries will definitely be quite important in keeping my country together in the time to come. So there we go, admin tech, advanced textile manufacturer level 15, or level 15 admin tech. I can now build a textile manufactory, which is quite good. The big question right now is, yeah, I will sell one province, but yeah, the big question is which one. That one is, yeah, it's kind of, I should probably reduce that as well. I'll sell Toulouse, because that's the most expensive one. I might have to wait until it's converted, though. No, I don't actually have to do that, so that's good. I sell Toulouse and I keep Armagnac for the sole purpose of, well, being capable of declaring another secondary holy war on the Ottomans. The big question now is, once again, who will enter the coalition? France was basically a given. I'm a little bit unsure if anyone else will actually join, and that is kind of what I'm not hoping for, that no one else actually will. I have lost some troops here because this was an 80,000 or 80 unit. No, I actually have the last ones here, the cannons. So the cannons actually ended up over there for some reason, but it doesn't matter. We'll get them back, and then we have that. I think we have that 80,000 unit. Or, yeah, we have a complete army then. So I'll get them back there, and then we will just stick them up after that. But unfortunately, this is probably the end of this episode. We did deal with France. They did feel our vengeance. So the big question now is: should I continue this, or should I just declare the entire thing a fail? Once again, I'm very tempted to continue until I've taken at least most of Europe to see how it goes. Next episode I will record on this will probably be with the newest patch 1.4 and Conquest of Paradise. So I have no idea how that would actually turn out with the changes. I might actually use this as a test game for that sole purpose, to check what the patch actually does. It is supposed to change the aggressive expansion game for big nations like myself, so that would actually be kind of interesting to see just how much they change. I might take up a not old save like Spain or something, but we'll figure it out. I'll definitely test it out one way or another. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like. And I'll see you around next time. My apologies for that last sound. Bye.